Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Rate My Professor podcast. I'm Matt Cavallo.
And I'm Rachel Zemansky. Talking about two professors in the comms department. One of them has a surprisingly 4.4 out of 5.
Very surprisingly.
With an 84% would take again and a 2.9 level of difficulty. And the other professor has a 4.2 out of 5 with 100% would take again and a 2.5 level of difficulty. And today's a special episode because we have an even
specialer guest.
A specialer guest.
Nice.
Matt, would you like to introduce him?
I would love to introduce him. This guy, he's a friend of the show, I would say. He's a friend of ours. He's a senior like us in the comm program, about to graduate. I think he's ready to go like we are, right?
Oh, yeah.
It is Tyler Dick. Welcome, Tyler.
Thank you guys. I'm very honored to be
Very
on the
honored,
podcast.
are you?
Very honored.
It has nothing to do with you having to come in to record a podcast after us, right?
Nope, not at all.
You're just such a fan of our podcast. You're just so happy to be here.
I tune in every week.
Oh, do you? Do you?
Yeah.
Who knew we had ratings? All right, so
are we gonna get rated next?
we can have him
I'll give you a rating at the end of the show.
Co-hosting abilities at the end of the show.
Yeah, I'll give you a rating at the end of the show.
There we go. We should have thought of that 5 podcasts ago. All right, so you have taken many professors in the comm program, right?
Yes.
Tyler, you've been here since the beginning.
Yes, fall of 2020.
Would you like to say a couple things about yourself?
Yeah, please.
Before we start.
Yeah, sure. My focus of the comm department is the journalism track. I have taken 3 classes with Professor Morus, and I actually am in Professor Shen's class this semester. I also took a class with him sophomore year, which I ended up dropping, so there's that.
That's good.
We'll get into that.
But yes, I'm very excited to graduate in a month. A month from today, actually.
It is a month from today. That's wild.
Very exciting.
And also nerve-wracking when you don't have a job lined up.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for later. Let's not. We'll keep kicking that can down the road. Let's talk about our professors now. Tyler, you've taken a lot of professors in the comm program. You've taken obviously Toby, Aaron. You've been in those classes with us.
Yes.
Anything you'd like to say about them?
I like their classes. Toby, it was a fun class. You know, it's very lighthearted, not very like it wasn't a lot of discipline. It was kind of she trusted us to do our own work, and in the end, we did do it. Most of us.
Yes.
Even though she still never received my final paper.
No, the sway.
Yeah, I sent it to her December 16th.
You know, she announced on our podcast that you haven't.
Yeah, she's emailed me. She's written me a note.
Yep.
She's told me through people.
I have her ID from Tuesday in my
You know what?
Yeah, you came into class with it Monday.
You know what? I don't think we've ever done a playback on this podcast before. Let's listen to that moment from our last podcast where Toby
I promise I sent it to her. I have the email saved from December.
Same hospital? Did we go that far?
I think I was in Red Bank.
I was in New Brunswick.
Okay. Tyler will be here soon. He'll be him and Bray are coming to record this
Do you
podcast.
think that he has his sway handy that he could? Okay. Anyway, so fill it up.
So that's that. She's still hunting you down for your sway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come up to you for graduation.
Yeah,
She
she's gonna
might,
tackle you
honestly.
on the graduation stage. Where's your sway, Tyler?
She's gonna take
She
you
might. That would be
home.
so sick, though. That would be hilarious. If Toby tackled me on the stage.
You know, I think we should get extra credit for doing a playback on this podcast.
Yeah, that's honestly so professional.
I know, right? Look at that. Look at that, Chad. Look at how much you've taught us. All right, so let's jump into who do we want to do first? We said we're going to do Shen first?
We'll do Shen first.
All right, so do you want to talk about your experiences in the class?
Let's introduce who Shen is first.
Okay.
So
I'll edit that.
James Shen is a professor in the comm department. He is the only one who teaches
Theories.
of communication.
Up until this year, because Morus will be teaching that class next year too.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I tried to get her to teach it this semester. She couldn't do it.
Yeah, she's teaching it now.
This is ridiculous.
I said the same thing to her.
Shen is kind of the professor where it's either you love him or you hate him.
Yeah.
He's a lot, and we'll get into that. So,
It's a great intro.
yeah, I don't really know anything else about him.
Yeah, I mean, I took a class of his computer-mediated communications my sophomore year and ended up dropping the class. because I wasn't doing too well.
What do you do in that class?
There's a bunch of Excel stuff and like
fun.
PowerPoint and stuff, but I will take some accountability. Me doing poorly was my fault more than his. But I am in his theories class now, and it's very interesting. He talks about himself a lot, which is kind of
Usually for about like the first 45 minutes of class, right?
Yeah, the first day of class, like the syllabus day, he had a PowerPoint, and like I thought he was gonna go over the class, and he talked about him and his accomplishments and like his former students who have sick jobs now for like 2 hours.
Nice.
Didn't mention the class once,
That's good.
and we were just like, all right, this is gonna be a good semester, like But I mean, his classes are pretty much the same every time. Like you just go in and he lectures you for 2 hours, and he just has like bullet point notes on the screen, and you kind of just copy it from there. His teaching style is kind of, I don't learn the best from that, but a lot of people do. If you take decent notes, like it's kind of just whatever. But he, I don't know, at least once a class, like for like a half hour, he just talks about himself, and it's kind of like a little bit egotistical in a sense, but I mean, he does seem like a pretty smart guy. Like he knows what he's talking about. It's just kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah. So, Rachel, do you want to get into your experience with Professor Shen, and then I'll talk?
So I had him only once, and I had him for theories. I took him last semester, maybe, I think. Last spring. Yeah, we'll say last spring. It might have been last fall. And it was terrible. Like, nice guy, nice dude. He gave me a couple compliments on my work, which I love. However, it was just a lot to do because his lectures were so long and so boring.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like I learned nothing, if I'm being so honest. The only thing I remembered was the medium is the message, or the message is the medium. That's all I remember from the class.
That's interesting.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Matt, anything?
All right, so let me talk about Dr. Shen. I took his class this time last year, spring of 2023. Same experience as Tyler, pretty much, and Rachel. It was a pretty interesting class. I mean, there would be times he would like Are you in the class like from 10:30 to 12:20?
Yeah.
So there were times he would literally go until like 11:30 talking about himself some days and going through the former student PowerPoint. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like he comes off as a good guy and like he wants to help, but he can be, as Tyler said, very egotistical. He could be, in some cases, outdated.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Very out of touch
Yeah.
with how people talk about things now.
Especially the female gender.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people of color.
Yeah, he called a kid a bigger kid yesterday in my class.
We had a bigger kid in our class
Yeah.
too, and he called him the big guy in the back.
Yeah, he was talking about a quiz, and he was like, yeah, a few people got 100. This person, and our big guy right here. And I was just like, all right, like, whatever. I mean,
God.
I felt bad for the kid. I was like, why do you, like, you could just said, and him right here.
Yeah, because, again, talking about the former student slideshow, he referred to one girl in the slideshow as, and I quote, this black girl.
Yeah, he said that about a girl in my class this semester. Like, while she was there in front of the class.
Yeah.
It's very awkward.
He makes it known that he teaches people of color, but it's like, everyone does.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no need.
No, not at all. And our friend of the show, Brie Beretta, she had mentioned in class one time that obviously she wants to get into sports journalism, as we all know. And I believe his response to her was maybe she'd be better suited in a housekeeping type of situation.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to be objective here, but there's just so much.
Yeah, because he really is a decent guy. Like,
Yeah,
I've
he seems
only
very
had-
knowledgeable too. Like, he's
Yeah.
definitely smart.
No, yeah, like he knows what he's talking about. It's just I don't know about you guys, but like I don't do well when it's just a professor lecturing for
No.
2 hours just reading off a PowerPoint. I need interactive stuff, to Toby and Aaron's credit, like we do in their class, maybe it's not all relevant, but
Fire hydrants.
Fire hydrants.
Yeah.
I'll never look at a fire hydrant the same after that class.
No, you have to memorize where they are.
Oh, I know where every fire hydrant is in Ward 2 now.
Ward 2?
Ward 2, I think, because me and Vincent Rapallo had the same ward, and I
can
think
take
our
you
ward was...
around Lower Ward 3.
Oh, yeah.
We can hit up the
Take us to the Orange Loop. Yeah, so there's that.
One thing I will say about him is for the theories class, like the final, the project, I like that it's like a group thing, like the group paper and presentation. So if he made everyone write a 12 to 15 page paper and a PowerPoint and present it like solo, that would have been tough to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like I would have done it, but it just would have been very tedious and very annoying. But the way with the group, like it's easier. We each write, instead of 12 pages, we each write like 2 to 3.
Yeah,
and we each do a couple slides.
Michael Bronsky was in my group for Shen, and I had everyone in the group write, like, put all their information that they found, and then I just maybe did something so I can write the whole thing, just so it was a cohesive paper. And then I had the other girl in the group, she did the PowerPoint with all the information that everyone put in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we set it up somewhat similar. Like I think we have 5 people in our group, so we have 4 people doing the paper, and then like one of the people doing the paper is gonna review it and like put it together, and then the other person is like they're only doing the PowerPoint, but they're working together with like your group, the person from the paper. I'm not too worried about it.
No, yeah,
it seems
as long as you guys know what you're talking about and go up and give a somewhat decent presentation.
Yeah, he's gonna make us stress up. He's gonna make us stress up, isn't he?
No.
Really?
No.
I really thought he was going to, and I was terrified.
I'm so convinced he was.
But he's not.
Because he was talking about the job fair when it was here a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm ending class early, so you can all go home and put on nice clothes and a blazer and this, that." And I was like, "Dude, like, it's right next to where I get Chick-fil-A. Like, I'm not gonna dress up like that." What? I never end up going, but I really thought he was gonna make us dress up for the final, but I'm kind of glad he's not. So that's all right.
Yeah, you should be fine. And he's a semi-easy grader, so as long as you
I've
hit
noticed
the
that.
requirements, as long
Like-
as you get the requirements,
Like the
you're
assignments
fine.
that we had to do, the 3 of them. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I think I got an A on every one.
I got a 10 out of 10 on all of them, and I didn't really do too much work on them, I'll say.
Yeah. I feel like not a lot of work goes a long way for his class. And you definitely don't need to participate, because I don't think I've said a single word in that class.
No, yeah, he only cares about attendance. That's the one thing I do go to every single class, because
I don't think I missed a class, and if I did, I had like a doctor's note.
he said if you go to every class or only miss like 1 or 2, you get a 5% boost or something like that on your final grade. And I was like, that's all I needed to. I'll sit there in the back. I don't really care. I'll take the attendance grade.
Yeah. So should we rate him?
Yeah, so Tyler, let me give you a little, even though you're a regular listener of the podcast, let me give you a run through on what we do. We basically take the Rate My Professor thing and just go through and do it all ourselves. We rate him 1 to 5 on a level of difficulty 1 to 5. Would you take again? Was a textbook used? Was it attendance mandatory? And then just all like the tags. I don't really need to read them. I don't think. You probably know Rate My Professor pretty well.
Yeah.
So should we go first and then let Tyler go, or do we want to let Tyler go first?
Ooh. Tyler, you can go first.
All right. I just need to know what I'm rating.
Yes. So 1 through 5 for him as a professor.
3.5.
1 through 5 for level of difficulty.
3.
Would you take him again?
Like this specific class or him as a professor?
Him as a professor.
Probably, just because I feel like I know how his class is structured.
Was a textbook used?
Not by me.
Not by me.
Was attendance mandatory?
Yeah, I would say so.
And then 3 to 5 tags. So just a couple things that people should know about the class before they take it.
Lecture heavy. Take notes. Online quizzes.
That's
solid.
pretty impressive. He knew most of the rate my professor
Yeah.
tags without even me having to read them to him. That's
I've been
pretty
on
good.
the website once or twice.
Yeah. Have you ever left a review on Rate My Professor?
No, I've never done that. I've never gone that far. But I do read a lot of them.
All right, Rachel, you want to
Yeah, I'll go.
go ahead?
So 1 through 5 overall, I'm gonna say I'll give him like a 3.5. It was like a 3.7 maybe. Level of difficulty, I'll do a 3, only because it was a lot for so little. And the quizzes, did you ever have a quiz in person?
Just
No.
the midterm, which I
Okay.
bombed. By
Oh,
the
you
way.
had to do
Yeah,
that
me
in
too.
person?
Yeah, bombed.
Oh,
it.
see, when I had him last spring, every single test and quiz was online. That I would have bombed
Well,
that
both
too.
quizzes and the finals online too.
Oh, okay.
But the
Only thing in
midterm
person
he
was
made
the
us come in
midterm.
for,
Wow.
and I did awful.
Yeah, it was my lowest.
Bad.
My lowest quiz grade in my whole 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it
I
might
would've-
have been for me too.
I would have
It
been the
was
same
awful.
way. I would have been the same way.
It was terrible. Would I take again? Probably not. Was the textbook used? No. Attendance was mandatory. And then my 3 to 5 tags would probably be a lot of lectures. I would say he's respected in some way. And then, the final's a group project, which is pretty solid in my way.
The respected thing was good because I do feel like every student does
Yeah.
like respect
In some-
him, especially like off the bat coming into the class, like the first day. A lot of people do.
Yeah. Matt?
All right, let me get into my reviews here. From 1 to 5 as a professor, I would give him a 3.1. A level of difficulty, I would give a 4.5.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult. I mean, if I didn't have notes, I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Would you take again? No. Was the textbook used? No. Was it attendance mandatory? Yes. What tags would I give him? I would give him group projects. Respected. I'll give him that, like you guys did, and lecture heavy.
Yeah. So,
And
should we read?
Yeah. You want to go first? You want me to go?
Yeah, I'll go first. I
Alright.
have it pulled up. So, on April 8th, 2024, so 2 days ago,
Wow.
Someone left a review 2 days ago.
yeah, the quality was 5, difficulty 3. Funny guy, prepare for the assignments, 2 quizzes, 1 final, and a group project. He will talk about past students from the 2000s and 2010s. Loves to compare and makes the class funny and light on work. Always be on time or you'll be the joke of the day.
True.
Def will call you out for being late.
True.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
100%.
Those poor kids.
He has 51 student ratings.
Yeah, I mean, he's been
Here a while.
Yeah.
2006, I think his one PowerPoint slide said. I should know. He talks about it all the time.
Well, he's been here since, I believe, 1998, as he lets us know constantly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's been here since before the three of us were alive.
It's all right. He's a good guy, though.
Literally, the 3 of us.
No ill will.
Literally the three of us, May
Did you-
24th, 2002.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
baby.
know that we all have the same birthday?
Yes.
It's a great day.
Great day.
This is a room
it-
full of Geminis.
It's always, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's always, the best part about that is it always falls like somewhere near Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, yeah. Always down the shore.
Yep,
It's beautiful.
Oh my
Yep.
god, are you guys going to be down the shore this weekend? Like for our birthday weekend?
I go down every year for my birthday.
Yeah, I'll probably.
Where down the shore?
Belmar.
Oh my god.
Go to
Perfect.
DJ's and Bar A. That's where I go.
You do Bradley Beach, right?
Well, yeah, but Bradley Beach is right next to Belmont.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe J-Max?
What's that?
You don't know where J-Max is?
No.
It's
Alright.
in...
Really?
I've never been to Bradley Beach. I didn't even know it was next to Belmar. I'm going to be
Yeah,
real.
it's right
Well,
next to
it's
it.
Avon, then Bradley Beach.
Yeah, I don't know anything
J-Max
South
is-
Jersey.
It's not even South Jersey. It's Central.
Yeah,
Jersey.
but like I don't know the towns around
Podcast for
Belmar.
another time. So,
J-Max,
Yeah.
if you get a drink, you get a ticket, and then you can get free pizza. Like your own personal pie with every drink that you get.
That's a lot of pizza.
all right, so I'll read the one from October 12th, 2023. This is a 2.0 out of 5 with a 5% level or 5.0 level of difficulty. This one says he boasts a lot about himself and his achievements. It can be monotonous. Half the lecture time he spends talking about past student success. They aren't even recent, and it makes him come off as very conceited. His quizzes are easy. Just take good notes. Can confirm all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And are we ready to move off the topic of James Shen and into the topic of Christina Morus?
Yes. Do
All
you
right.
want to introduce Christina?
I would love to introduce Christina. I've taken Dr. Christina Morus. I think I'm in my third class with her. I took Media in Times of War. Rachel was in that class with me.
We just figured that out.
Just figured it out. Media criticism last fall, and this semester it is. I always get this wrong. Media, civil rights, and social change.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Something with media.
And social change.
Yeah, and
That's how I remembered.
Yep. So those are the 3 classes I took with her. She's a great professor, very nice lady, very respected, an amazing preceptor. She's been my preceptor since I came into the comm program 2 years ago. She is. I've never seen anybody as organized as she is. I could pull it up. Like, she creates spreadsheets for you of like everything you need to take, everything you've taken, how many more classes you have to go, all that. And she basically like lines up exactly what you need to take. She's the best preceptor on this campus, hands down. I literally tell my roommates about her. That's how good she is. And I mean, there are certain things, like we'll get into this. She does make you do like a lot of essays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll watch a lot of old movies. We'll get into that too. But overall, I think she's a very good professor here in the comm program.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Being that organized is actually insane.
It's insane how organized she is.
Because
Even her Blackboard pages are so organized. How you guys see her Blackboard pages?
Yeah.
I'll ask Newman a simple question, and he'll be like, I don't know.
That's
And
just
I'm like,
Newman.
okay, like, I'll talk to Toby. Like,
Yeah. All right, Tyler, do you want to talk about your experience with Christina Morus?
Yeah. I've had her 3 or 4 times now. I took the intro comm class freshman year, the social change media thing.
There you go.
And media criticism. And I tried to get her to teach theories, but
Well,
she said
now
no.
she's teaching it.
Yeah, I mean, I
This is
asked her in like
ridiculous.
October, and she was like, "Oh, I'll see." And then the next day, she said no. So it is what it is. But she's very nice. You could tell she really cares if we succeed or not, and not all professors do. The preceptor thing, like the Excel sheet and everything, and being real organized, does not shock me at all, because it just proves that once again she cares about her job and she cares if we succeed past college.
Definitely.
Her classes are, I wouldn't say like easy as in like difficulty, but like the structure of them is very easy. Like on the first day in the syllabus, like when your last paper's due, when this assignment's due. Like it's very laid out, which makes it easy to kind of stay on track. I know for some classes it's hard to like keep up with the work. She's very lecture heavy though. Like she goes off topic a lot.
She does.
yeah,
She-
she's a yapper.
Yeah, she does talk a lot. We do watch a lot of old movies in her classes. And it is essay heavy, but I never minded taking the classes because I knew she was gonna, she's very fair grader, and she gives good feedback on her assignments. So like I actually like read her feedback and like learned from it, because I knew she actually took the time to like, she probably read the papers like 3 times each.
Oh
and,
my
like,
God.
everything. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, which is crazy because she teaches like 6 classes or something like that.
Yep.
So she has 1 million students. So credit to her. Shout out
Oh,
Morus.
yeah.
But I liked her class because it was very like it was serious, but it was also laid back at the same time. Like you could have a side conversation with her or like go off topic for 10 minutes, but then she'd like jump right back into
Yes.
the lecture
Yep.
and like not miss a beat, pick off right where she left off. It was kind of impressive actually. But she does like group work too. She even like there's a couple classes where I took her class in the spring. Once it started getting nice out like it did, we would come into class, she'd be like, "We're going outside," and we would just go sit on the benches and like she would lecture out there for an hour and a half.
Yep.
And like things like that I think keep the students like interested and like intrigued, because like if you know you're just gonna go and sit in a room for 2 hours and listen to someone talk, like Shen's class for example, like you'd probably be less motivated to show up. Like yesterday, half my class wasn't there because it was nice out, and like he just talked for 2 hours. But like Morris, the fact that she moves class outside or stuff like that, it kind of gives you more incentive to go.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. Rachel, do you want to talk about your experience with Morris?
Yeah, so I only had her once, and I had her for Media in Times of War. And it was all on Zoom because you were in the class.
Yeah.
Me and Matt had her when she broke her foot.
I think she broke her. Did she break her foot or did she break her leg? I can't remember.
It was either. It was something.
Some
with
sort of limb
the
she
leg,
broke.
and she did it from roller skating.
Yes.
Actually.
Poor girl.
And so our class didn't start until March.
Yes.
And it was a sub B class. And so everything was compacted within 2-ish months rather than 4. And I really enjoyed the class. I liked the stuff that she assigned for us to watch. Some of it was not my cup of tea, like Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah, that was a very graphic movie.
Yeah, that movie I had to pause a couple times.
You see a lot of people getting shot and like
Yeah, very gory.
dismembered.
But I did like when we watched the Black Mirror episode. Because I love Black Mirror.
I don't remember what.
It was the thing where they were injecting or doing something to, like, the military. And they were going in and killing these certain types of people because they were aliens or some such
Oh,
type of
I think I
form.
remember that now. Yeah.
And they were just regular people that were getting killed.
Okay.
I thought that was really cool. Her lectures were fine. We would do a lot of breakout rooms, and we talked to people in our groups. The groups would change every class, but there was always sometimes that you were within the same group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. I thought she was super sweet, super nice.
Yeah. All right, so I will talk about my experience with Morris now. Basically, like I said, she's a great professor, great preceptor, great person. Like the only thing is like she does like. I mean, I get it. I mean, we're all comm majors with the focus in journalism. I mean, we're gonna have to write in these classes, but I'd say her classes are very heavy on writing. I'm sure you guys would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like right now in the media, social change, and whatever class, it's like an essay pretty much every week.
Yeah, every assignment's just an essay.
Just an essay,
Yeah,
and it's like it has to be like 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that could be a lot, and
But we all like writing, so I feel like,
yeah.
or at least I had no problem with doing
Well, I mean, I like writing, but I like writing about stuff that I want to write about. You know.
Fair.
Yeah, not a movie from the 80s.
Yeah. Tyler said, she can go off on like fun tangents occasionally, but for the most part, she's very lecture heavy. Which, I mean, it can be kind of confusing because sometimes she'll be like, "Oh, today's going to be a class discussion day," blah 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 blah, and like she'll literally talk for like 15 minutes, ask a student or ask us to raise our hands. A student will say something. She'll talk for another 20 minutes about what the student said.
It's very hard to take notes in her class.
Yeah,
I don't think I took notes at
Yeah.
all.
yeah,
Like,
because there's no PowerPoint
Exactly.
really.
There's nothing to like, and she talks fast too, so it's
Very.
like impossible to.
I mean, power to her. I mean, she could just walk in and just talk for 2 hours.
yeah, she just
I could never.
goes.
I could never do that.
Respect to that.
I could never do that. I mean,
She's passionate.
she's very passionate. She's very confident in what she's saying and what she's lecturing about.
She could be telling us complete lies.
And I believe her.
I believe it.
Because, I mean, she's very she stands stronger in her convictions, and she's very passionate about what she does. I think she's also involved with Stories of Atlantic City, right? I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Yeah. Who isn't at this point?
Should
Yeah.
we start rating?
Let's do it. Should we have Tyler go first again?
Yes.
All right, Tyler. The
1
floor
through
is
5.
yours.
1 through 5. I'll give her a 4 out of 5.
Okay, and
1 through 5 of difficulty.
yes.
4.3. Just because there's
Ooh,
difficulty. I include the amount of work,
Okay.
that's fair.
like having to watch a movie and do a paper a week. That's like
Yeah.
it's a decent amount of time with other classes.
Would you take her again?
Yes,
And no textbook, right, for you?
I never used one.
Yeah,
Now
yeah, neither did I. Attendance mandatory.
I don't really remember.
I think it is.
I went to every class anyway. I just usually do.
What a
But
scholar.
yeah, I'm an academic weapon. What can I
Yes,
say?
yes. All right. So, what are the 3 to 5 tags you would give Morus?
Passionate, lecture heavy, essay heavy.
All right. All right, and that is that for Tyler and Rachel.
So 1 through 5 overall, I would probably give her a 4.7 because I really did enjoy her class. 1 through 5 for difficulty, I'd give her a 3.5. Like Tyler said, it took a lot of time. It wasn't where it was difficult. It was you had to actually pay attention to do the work.
Yep.
I would definitely take her again if I could. There was no textbook. Attendance was definitely mandatory. Because if you miss a class, you're missing basically everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My tags would probably be so many papers, caring, and passionate.
All right, so I will jump into mine. 1 out of 5, I would give her a 4.5. Level of difficulty, I'd give her probably a 4.4. Because, I mean, like I said, with all the essays and everything. No textbook. Attendance was mandatory. And my 3 to 5 tags would be gives good feedback. Because I think every paper that I've written, she leaves a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So many papers. And I'm going to give her a get ready to read because she also does have a lot of reading assignments in the class too.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You're like the PDFs with just like
30
pages.
And then write about it.
Yeah. Yep. So
I don't think I had any reading.
maybe we didn't for that class, but I mean for media criticism in this class that I'm in now,
The social change.
the social change one,
Yeah, there's a lot of reading.
we could read a couple Rate My Professor reviews if you'd like, Rachel.
Yeah, sure. I'll go first.
All right.
So this one is from November 16th, 2021. This one's the most recent one, which is actually insane. It's 3 years ago. Quality 5, difficulty 3. Morus is one of my favorite teachers here at Stockton. I took her for media criticism this semester, which was her first time teaching this class, and she made the curriculum. She did switch it up a lot, but it was super clear, understanding, and fun. Would recommend her and this class to anyone.
All right. So this one that I'm about to read is from December 15th, 2020. And Tyler, pay attention to this one because it says, take media, civil rights, and social change
there it
if
is.
you have the chance.
There it is.
This class taught me so much about Black history, and Dr. Morris is an amazing professor. No tests, a journal each week. I don't know about a journal, but more like a...
It's a good way to describe an essay.
Yeah, more like an encyclopedia. But, a journal each week on the material, but you only have to do a certain amount, and a group project, no group project for me, and that's it. Even if you're not a comm student, take this as a cognate. It is great. And
Yeah, I did forget about that. How she, where she let you pick between 6 assignments, and you only had to do like 3 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I like that.
Yep. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. You get like 2 to 3 homework skips. For her.
Yeah.
That's another good thing about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to pick which 3 topics of the homework you get to write about.
Yep.
So,
Well, for us, I think we have like 8 or I think
yeah, it was however many there was.
It's
you got
it's
to
9
choose half of
essays,
them.
and you could skip 3.
Yeah, something like that.
So
yeah.
you have to write 6. All right, so I think that's about it for today's podcast. Tyler, thank you for taking the time out of your day to come on your favorite podcast. I appreciate it.
No problem. I can't wait to listen to it.
Oh, thank you. All right, and Rachel, anything else you'd like to add before we land this plane?
No, let's land it.
We're landing the plane. Thank you so much for listening to the Rate My Professor podcast. I'm Matt Cavallo.
And I'm Rachel Smansky.
We'll see you next time.